So if you understand the moves, guys, days like today are super easy to trade because you're going to know exactly what you're doing, like a machine, no emotions, nothing. What the fuck is this? This is a move 3. Okay, a move 3, if you understand the formation of the move 3, you're not going to panic when shit is going to bounce. What are you going to do? When shit's going to bounce, you're going to short. So in many videos, I emphasize how important it is in certain market moves to just short the bounces. How important it is when markets at all-time highs to short the bounces. If you just stick with that strategy instead of jumping in and out, okay, you will make a ton of money in this market. It's not a question of if you will make money. It's a question of how much money you will make. And your entries and exits are going to dictate that. So I explained earlier, I posted a video. Somehow one of the videos got posted before and now. There was a big mix-up because one video was a lot shorter and Google uploaded it much faster. But you got to watch both of those videos because when I break down the correlations are simple. Before this huge bounce in the dollar happened, okay, we told you that if the inflation report was going to run hot, which it ended up being hot, and I gave you reasons in those videos specifically why inflation report was going to be hot. And it's not just understanding whether the report is hot or not, but how the market is going to react to it. So understanding this would just help you stay in the right side of the market. And being on the right side of the market is just half of the job. As a trader, you got to understand where you're going to enter, where you're going to exit, and that sort of thing. So this is where understanding that you should be shorting the bounces in a move 3 formation come handy. But understanding even why some of the bounces happen. So first, let's review the correlation one more time. Dollar higher means what? Everything else lower. Okay, when you see a dollar high, there's only one other thing that goes higher, and that's the VIX. So normally it's just two things that are going to go higher, and that's going to be dollar and the VIX. So VIX, dangerous level 14.9, briefly above that at 15, right now at 14.7. It's a very dangerous level from the VIX. This is where you could really see a move expansion, not just in the VIX, but overall. There's two things that are higher today, right? And that's DXY and the VIX. Everything else is basically lower, with the exception of a few individual stocks might have had an earnings report or something like that. But dollar goes high. What does that mean? You guys, if you pay close attention to many videos that we post on this channel, guys, you should know this. The correlation it's a negative correlation. USD higher or DXY USD, it's the same thing, right? Gold lower. Gold, colossal trade. 50 points, guys. It's a fucking 50-point move. And some of you are still like, well, Leo, I don't know how to trade futures. I don't, I'm like, fuck, man. Go figure it out. Okay, call us. We'll help you. But, like, don't make any fucking excuses. Leo, but I couldn't catch this trade today because I still don't have futures. I don't have this. I don't have... Man, fuck it. Okay, be ready. When you come to 13 market moves, have your account set up. If you need help with that, we'll walk you through it. We'll help you, guys. We're here to help you. But this is how you miss a fucking another 20x trade because your account, you couldn't even trade it. Because somebody brainwashed you and told you couldn't trade options until market opens, which is a bunch of fucking lies. So you can trade options before market opens. This is how you could have nailed this right here. The easiest way to do it, if you trade with a 13 market moves coach, you would have gotten the message, hey, we're shorting gold, we're shorting RTY, which is Russell, we're shorting NASDAQ, we're shorting everything, okay, basically with the exception of oil. And oil is basically the only thing that hasn't really moved a whole lot today. So we nailed all these trades based on a simple correlation. And in order to nail the correlation, sometimes outside of these charts that I'm showing you, you got to be looking at some longer time frame charts. So if you pull up, which I'll probably just go ahead, give me a second. I'll pull up the longer time frame charts and show you. But understand this bounce overall happened when they started buying NVIDIA. Okay, they started buying NVIDIA, and that's when that bounce started happening. I warned you in that video before the inflation report came out. I said, look, the market's going to drop, then we're going to buy the dip, and then we're going to short the bounce. The strategy was plain simple. So basically, the leading stocks, SMCI, NVIDIA, okay, they started buying the dip on them. They ran them higher, but I warned you in that video by saying, look, there's gonna be less people buying the dip today. And for that reason, your MOVE3 formation will be intact. So you stay with the MOVE3. When something bounces, you short it, you buy puts, you make money on the next leg lower. But yet, a lot of people, okay, why do they jump out? Because they don't understand the structure of the move. So you want to trade with confidence, okay? You want to understand why certain things go in the direction they're going. For those of you that never traded gold, you're like, holy shit, wow, Leo, that looks like the Avis rental car you gave us that trade yesterday. Man, they both dropped like 40, 50 points, holy shit. But this dropped a lot faster, so you could have actually cashed out of this, bought some more puts on some other stocks, and you could have done like exceptionally well. So you could have combined the return of like 30xers between all these trades. But the confidence is key, right? You can't be jumping out over here right before the market reverses, and you can't be jumping out right now because the market's going to reverse and it's going to go lower. And if you understand the charts, you would know that yesterday's Nvidia set a high and it began to drop. It was the top of the market, and today it's going to set a lower high. So, and a lower high is going to be set. It's not going to hit a new high today because the less number of participants are willing to buy the dip. Okay, so the move is over, but it's not yet apparent because when you're looking at this and you're seeing all these green candles right here, it makes you think like, hey, they're buying the dip. Yes, but they're not buying the dip on the volumes that they used to buy them. So if it is indeed a lower high on SMCI, if it is indeed a lower high on Nvidia, and the reason why we know it's definitely going to be a lower high day today is because look at this crap right here, ARM, right? Yesterday was at 164, today is at 120, and what? We told you to buy puts on it if you pay close attention, right? If you were part of the pay member alert group, if you work with a coach, we told you to buy puts. It was a beautiful round trip trade yesterday from calls to puts on bounces, to puts on bounces, cashing out, guys. Look, this is how you know, okay? This is the canary in a coal mine. It's already telling you that anything that has gone up exponentially, we told you in multiple videos about ARM, okay, and if you didn't listen, it cost you an arm and a leg because you didn't listen to 13 market moves. You're like, fuck, Leo, this shit is going higher. I'm buying calls. And now you're like, oh, fuck, I wish I bought puts. But some of these trades, guys, they're not complex. They're not complicated. You just got to pay attention to the charts. You got to pay attention to what the fuck is going on in the market. And you got to be ready to take action when action is required to be taken. And so if you missed all these trades I've just talked about, if you still don't know how to put 20xers on gold, if you still don't know, and you're maybe jumping into calls at the worst possible moment, you're jumping out of puts at the worst possible moment, guys, look, you can get better as a trader, but you got to understand, you know, what you're looking at. And once your decision is going to be derived not by what they're showing you on the news, which is too late to be taking action at that moment. Once you understand that you're looking at a certain thing at the chart, you're looking at patterns, you're looking at divergences, you're looking at a certain move formation, which is just another chart pattern, right? If you start thinking of the market in terms of patterns, in terms of candles, in terms of behavioral patterns, you will be able to improve your entries, you will be able to improve your exits, which basically is what makes you profitable as a trader. So if in 2024 that is something you'd like to improve on, you come to 13 Market Moves, and the best way to do it is to trade with a coach. Because I promise you, you probably traded for multiple years and you're still jumping in at the worst time, jumping out at the worst time, guys. Stop. You can stop it. You can stop that, and you can improve in those areas, which immediately going to reflect in the direction where your trading account is going to move. So you catch the perfect entries, you catch better exits, you will do substantially better. You're going to keep your emotions in check. You're going to focus on things that really matter as the market evolves throughout the day. You will do better. That's why we invite you to call 13 Market Moves today by going to 13mmtv.com. Click the big orange button, guys. Correlations, if you get that down, you would have been on the right side of the market the whole day today. So if you haven't, hey, there's your reason. You don't have to continue that way. You can improve as a trader today. And what a better day to do it than on February 13th to make that call. Call 30 market moves on February 13th. Make a difference in your trading account. Let's roll.
First, distract target. Then block his blind jab. Counter with cross to left cheek. Discombobulate. Dazed, will attempt wild haymaker. Employ elbow block. And body shot. Block ferrule left. Weaken right jaw. Now fracture. Break cracked ribs. Traumatize solar plexus. Dislocate jaw entirely.